Okay, guys, some big news. This was announced while I was asleep. I woke up this morning and saw this on Twitter. An announcement that there will be no BlizzCon in the year 2024. So I'm going to read through this. I'm going to give you my thoughts. After careful consideration over the last year, we at Blizzard have made the decision to not hold BlizzCon in 2024. This decision was not made lightly, as BlizzCon remains a very special event for all of us, and we know many of you look forward to it. While we're approaching this year differently, as we have explored different event formats in the past, rest assured that we are just as excited as ever to bring BlizzCon back in future years. So BlizzCon will eventually be back, just not right now. Over the next few months, we'll be sharing more details about our launches coming later this year, including World of Warcraft, The War Within, and Diablo 4's first expansion, Vessel of Hatred. To celebrate these upcoming releases and to bring our communities together in new special ways, we will soon share some exciting plans for other industry trade shows and conventions like Gamescom. If you guys don't know Gamescom, basically the biggest game exhibition in Europe. I believe it's always in Germany, unless they started moving it around. We can't wait to tell you more about we can't wait to tell you more about those plans soon. We're also looking forward to the Overwatch Champions Series stop at both DreamHack Dallas and DreamHack Stockholm. And we're thrilled to be planning multiple global in-person events to commemorate the 30th anniversary of Warcraft, which will be held in addition to the in-game celebrations our Warcraft games throughout 2024. While these events are distinct from BlizzCon, we're harnessing all of our creativity and imagination to ensure that they carry the same spirit of celebration and togetherness. Our hope is that these experiences, alongside several live-streamed industry events where we'll keep you up to date with what's happening in our game universes, will capture the essence of what makes the Blizzard community so special. No matter how you want to connect with us at these events this year, whether it be in person or virtually, we can't wait to see you there. Okay, I thought I'd just play some. This is from the Blizzard YouTube page. I thought I would just put BlizzCon imagery in the background while I talk about this. So, look, it's exciting that BlizzCon will be back. Weirdly, I'm okay with them not having it this year if they're going to try to do it right. It does make me concerned. That they are... Why is this video not loading? I'm live streaming this and I can't get this thing to play. Sick YouTube content, tasteless. It's a little bit worrisome that they're not mentioning StarCraft with this. Let me try just refreshing this page. Okay, there we go. That was weird. So, I have been to more BlizzCons than almost anybody you'll ever meet. I was doing BlizzCons, working there on stage for StarCraft 1. I was doing the Worldwide Invitational, which was basically their BlizzCon they did in Europe. They axed that a long time ago. And it's important to remember that, you know, at the time when BlizzCon first started, there really wasn't stuff like that. There was no game company that was just going to have their own convention and not rely on other huge gaming events where everybody debuts their thing. Blizzard kind of did their own thing. I think a lot of what inspired Blizzard to make BlizzCon, besides the fact that at the time every game they were making was a hit, but also that World of Warcraft had gotten so big and had become such a social experience, people could then come, they could cosplay as the characters in the game or the characters they played when they were in World of Warcraft, and it was really cool. It then later evolved into being not just kind of a connecting force for World of Warcraft, but a big exhibition for all of the competitiveness that the Blizzard titles had, whether that was StarCraft, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, Overwatch, and by the very end, a huge chunk of BlizzCon was esports. There would be one stage with Overwatch, one stage with Hearthstone, one stage with StarCraft, one stage with Heroes of the Storm. I mean, at one point in time, and usually there's 5 stages at BlizzCon, and then the fifth stage would be like developers talking about different stuff. But Blizzard then axed their esports people. As an example, nobody at Blizzard talks to me right now. I don't know if they know of the work I'm doing, if that's interesting. I don't know if they care about StarCraft. And everybody that I know at Blizzard isn't there anymore. So if they're going to axe esports, it's going to be a situation where I don't know what the BlizzCon's supposed to look like, right? So that's kind of a weird thing to imagine. And I don't know if they're going to bring it back in some kind of competitive form or not. We should also mention that BlizzCon, a lot like their esports, also did not make Blizzard money. This was something I had heard internally from a lot of Blizzard people in the past, that there was some concern about, like, why are we spending so much money on this thing that isn't directly profitable? And of course, those voices were coming from Activision. I do think that some of the ways, and I've said this in the past, by the way, in some of my other videos, you know, the overextension with Overwatch, that being way too ambitious, really did hurt all the other esports. I want to be clear, by the way, I don't mean that as a knock against the game Overwatch, but they could have easily screwed this up with StarCraft if they had gone way too over the top with spending and goals. It would have, you know, it could have been disastrous for that as well. That being said, I think now Overwatch can try to grow in a more organic way and do that. I do hope they do something with the esports stuff, and I do hope they do something with StarCraft. I mean, it's kind of weird to imagine you're a game developer and you basically invented chess and you're just not into it that anymore. You know, it's very sad. I'm going to continue this B-roll. This was highlights. This guy's from Clinton FX, his YouTube channel. He just had a 10-minute highlight video of his BlizzCon experience. Well, I continue to talk over this. So, yeah, I mean, it would be nice if Blizzard could try to go back and at least celebrate their roots, even if they're not going to be directly funding and connected to all of their esports ventures, because it is part of their history. So one of the things I'm waiting to see is what is the new Blizzard going to look like? Is this going to be a Blizzard Entertainment that only exists in the very present and the near future, kind of the way Activision is, where they are very excited for Diablo because that's their newest game. Already it feels like Overwatch is in the rearview mirror. Or is this going to be an actual celebration of everything that is Blizzard? Is it going to be one where we get to talk about StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 1? It's not like it's going to cost them that much money if they were to fly Artosis and me or other casters and even a couple pros to debut a match. So I'm hopeful. In a previous video, we talked about how Blizzard has finally reconnected with their Chinese publisher, and so they're able to distribute in China again. So it seems like they're finding their footing. I know a lot of people online are a little bit disappointed that Blizzard is not doing a BlizzCon yet, but I think it's better to hold off on it until they're ready and they know what they want to do and how the thing is going to look. Another reason why I think Blizzard was fine axing BlizzCon at the time was, as the company was falling apart, as there was a series of changes in leadership, what BlizzCon used to be was a moment to debut everybody. That's the Hilton. Everybody used to party in that hotel. It's right by the convention center. While the event used to be this moment to debut the next big game, you know, this is where I remember being there and seeing Diablo 3 announced, and it was like, the way they announced it was so cool. They had the guitar that plays in the first Diablo, and the whole audience went nuts because we didn't know what the game was. And then it's like the whole stage changed, and it was like, oh my god, Diablo 3 is going to be here. This is so cool. So it was that, and then it turned into this weird event where Blizzard was humiliating themselves with things like Diablo Immortal and being out of touch with their own community. And then there were years where maybe they didn't have to have anything to announce, and they tried to make it try to figure out a way to signal, I don't know, make some big announcement every time. It seems like it became a problem for them, almost a liability. But it would be nice if we could have something like the old BlizzCon come back. I don't know in what size or scope. I don't know where the esports plays a role in that. I do think that even if Blizzard is not going to directly finance and support their esports scenes, I do think they should celebrate them. It is weird, man. Like, StarCraft 1 and 2 are actually in pretty good places right now. We've got StarCraft 2 at the Esports World Cup. It's going to be massive. ASL, I'm going to be casting the finals. Actually, I think I'm going to be recording, tomorrow night from when this video is recorded. So it would be nice to see them, you know, nod at that. Because at this point in time, community members, casters, players, tournament organizers have kind of been left on the sidelines. So I would really like to see that them come back. Again, nobody that I know, and I know all the OGs at Blizzard, none of them are there anymore. So it's a situation where whoever's going to take the helm and move in here is going to have to do a good job and hopefully make the right decisions. So I, again, am okay with this not being there this year, but I'm hoping maybe 2025, maybe 2026, there will be BlizzCon again. I would love to go back. I would love to go back to evangelizing about StarCraft to a larger audience that maybe doesn't know about that world or that game. The same way that when I was at BlizzCon, got to learn all about World of Warcraft and all about these other games that, you know, really wasn't my cup of tea, but I got exposed to it. I got to appreciate it. And that was very cool for me. So, if you like this kind of content, please be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know, are you really bummed out that BlizzCon's not happening this year? Do you think this is a good decision? Will it be anywhere near as good as the previous BlizzCons? Was there a way they could have done it better? I'd love to know your opinions. You can also go to my merch site. See this? These are the Zerg upgrades. You can get that at tastelessthreads.com. And you can always join me on my Twitch stream where I record this content live with my community at Tasteless TV on Twitch. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye-bye.